good. Is it Rochelle?
Yeah, it's Rochelle.
Rochelle.
You can call me Ro.
Ro, nice to meet you. I'm Noha. Nice to meet you.
Noha. Okay.
Noha, that's right.
I was trying to say it correctly when I did my story, and
Oh,
I
that's
knew
okay.
I knew I made a mistake.
Oh,
so
that's okay. You wouldn't
sorry.
be the first. Don't worry.
Same with me. Same with me.
So, Ro, it's so nice to meet you. Thank you for agreeing to do this.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I think it's so awesome what you're doing.
Thank
This
you.
is so cool.
Thank you. So, first things first, tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, I am an esthetician in the state of California. I'm the lead educator for a professional skincare company based out of Irvine. So I travel and I do like education seminars. I'll be at the International Congress of Aesthetics and Spa conference in Long Beach this year again. I've been at the one in Vegas. I've been at the one in Sacramento. I do all that stuff. And then I am an esthetician in Bakersfield, California at a plastic surgery office. So I've been doing that since I've been licensed since 2007, and I've been in the industry since 2001.
Wow, that's a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you ever done anything else, or did you start off with this?
I was a bartender for a long time. I was a bartender and a waitress, and that was like my lifeline until I decided that this is the direction that I wanted to go. And of course, my dad's an almond farmer. Well, he owns an almond hulling and shelling plant in the Central Valley, and he wanted me to go to a real college, and and he just didn't understand. And then now that I'm educating and doing all this stuff, like he jokes around and calls me Professor Wynn. Well, now I'm Griffin, but yeah.
Right.
So it's pretty cool.
Wow, that's awesome. And what made you decide to do that?
Well, my mom, she had breast cancer for 11 years.
Oh, wow.
And I remember when I was younger, she did this program called the Look Good, Feel Better program. And the only people that could volunteer for that were licensed cosmetologists and licensed estheticians. And she passed away when I was 15. And that was something that really like stuck with me. And I was like, I want to be an esthetician. I want to be able to go and help with stuff like this. And I have. And that was kind of what stemmed this side of I want to help. And now I help all walks of life, and I get to be an unlicensed therapist to a lot of my clients and my friends, which is cool.
That's great. Wow, I'm sorry for your loss, but you made something great out of such a sad thing.
Yeah. No, I think she'd be proud. So
I'm sure she would be. That's great. Yeah. Was your mom kind of into, esthetician stuff? Did you ever talk to her about that before?
No. So I was raised in Maui, Hawaii, and she was the lead in the research department for Maui Land and Pineapple. And my dad ran the supervisor side of Maui Land and Pineapple. But she was like a little hippy dippy. And when she was diagnosed when we were living in Maui, she enlisted a lot of like the natural healers, and they were coming out and helping her. And I remember sitting there in our house when they would come to our house and learning about all of the natural healing and stuff like that. And I'm still like super like tinfoil hat crunchy. So I love that stuff.
Yeah.
So she instilled that side of it for me, which was really cool.
Wow. That's very cool. Yeah. Do you have any brothers or sisters?
So I do. I have a sister in Dallas, Texas. I have a sister in Louisville, Kentucky. My brother, Jay, is in Boston with his wife.
Oh, he's next door to us.
And yeah. So yeah, we're scattered. We're definitely not like the tight-knit group. Like I've listened to some of your podcasts, and everybody has family so close, and all of my family is like gone. My dad moved to Grants Pass, Oregon a year ago. His sister lives up there. Rest of my family lives in Northern California. Dylan's from Southern California. So,
wow. And Dylan's your husband?
Yes.
Yeah. How did you guys meet?
Oh, it was a very unromantic. I had just left an 8-year relationship, and went to go visit my sister in Texas, and my niece took my phone and downloaded Tinder. And I was like, girl, the last time I met anybody with the interweb was when I had MySpace. This is weird.
The interweb.
So I had it for about 3 weeks, and it was overwhelming because I had set it to where I was traveling to. And so I ended up with way too many swipes and too many things going on. And I had moved in with this couple of my best friends, Matt and Maddie, after I left my home and all of that stuff. And I sat down after coming back from Irvine doing filming for Control Corrective, the skincare company. And I was like, I think I'm going to delete this. This is awful.
Yeah.
This is not what I was looking for. And the last person that I looked at was Dylan. And I was like, this one seems different. And, you know, he had his San Bernardino fire gear on, and, you know, he was a surfer and he had traveled the world and all this stuff. I'm like, oh, this one, oh, okay. So we did a weekend away together in Kernville, and it was just supposed to be light. I was going to take over the world of aesthetics, and he had great plans with the department and all this stuff. And the last day that we were on our trip, I said, what are we doing? And he said, I don't know, but I've been looking for you my entire life, and I'm not going to let you go.
Oh my gosh, are you kidding?
Yeah. So it was just supposed to be like a light hookup weekend, and now he's stuck with me forever.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, I doubt he feels that way. That's so sweet. How long ago was this?
3 years ago.
Wow. That's nice.
Yeah. So we met each other later in life. We're both going to be 40 this year.
Mhm.
And so we always say, oh, why couldn't we have met each other like sooner, earlier in life? And we both know we would have been total a-holes to one another. So we had to go through what we needed to go through to really appreciate each other when we found each other. So that's pretty a good fairy tale for me.
Yeah, I think you're probably right. My husband and I joke sometimes that I think I'm grown up enough now to understand his sense of humor, but had we met like in high school or something, I would have thought he was a major jerk and been like, oh, that guy, you know?
Yeah. Wow. I hear you on that 1000%. Yes.
So was he a firefighter when you met him already? You said he had his San Bernardino gear on.
So yeah, so he works for the department. So he's San Bernardino County fire paramedic. And so he does the paramedic side of everything there. And yeah, he was already working for he's been with them for 6 years. And his dad, my father-in-law, Scott Griffin, was with San Bernardino, and he was a captain, and he was there for 30 plus years.
Were they on at the same time?
No, I don't believe so. Scott was injured. Cinder brick wall fell on him and injured him to the point that he was forced into retirement.
Wow.
And so, but I know Scott's really proud of Dylan for following his footsteps. You know, that was one of the things that you guys talked about on your last podcast is, would you be proud of your child going into it? And I know Scott's so proud of him.
I bet. Yeah. Wow. Thank you for listening. I'm so glad you're paying attention.
I love it. I think it's great.
That's great. Yeah. I mean, we've talked about it before too. And I would be obviously so proud. I would be so scared. I don't know how to feel about it, but my kids are little, so I have time.
Only imagine, you know, a mother's love. We're getting ready to start that journey right now. And so I get to have a geriatric pregnancy.
Isn't that the most disrespectful thing you've ever heard?
Absolutely.
It's so rude.
I'm pretty sure I'm still 26.
Yeah,
so
I know.
I don't know how geriatric old.
I'm the opposite. When I turned 30, I was so sad, you know, thinking, well, oh gosh, I'm 30 and my 20s are gone. And my sister, who's younger than me, she's like, you've been 85 since the day you were born. Why are you sad? And you know what? It really helped me. I was like, you know what? You're right. I'm just old at heart. So.
Oh, well, I do all the old stuff too, you know, like since we moved up here, Dylan left. He was born and raised in Newport, Costa Mesa. So he was like the Orange County boy, you know, and I was living in Bakersfield at the time, and he made the move to Bakersfield for me. And I don't know if you've heard what Bakersfield is considered in California, but, you know, people refer to it as the armpit of California. Oh my God, it's awful.
Oh, yeah.
It's the Central Valley. Well, and it's farming, it's oil, it's all of our blue collar industries that really support the rest of the nation. And so, yeah, it's not Hollywood and it's not the beach, but it's an amazing group of small town people that I love so much, but not the beach, it's desert. It's not pretty at all. So when
Yeah.
he moved there, he's like, this ain't it. And he moved there when it was hitting the heat wave of like 117.
Oh my gosh.
And he was like, no, I can't do this. So we agreed to move to the mountains east of Bakersfield. So it cut his drive time down from over 4 hours to get to station to just under 3 hours to get to station. So he not only moved me to the mountains, we're at 6,200 feet and we're completely off grid. Our nearest neighbor is a 15-minute walk up the road from us.
Wow.
So we're no power, no nothing. We are self-sufficient up here. So
Do you like that?
I do now. When we first moved up here, I was like, what did I get myself into? Because I mean, you got to think you guys talk about, oh, how can it's so hard to do 48 hours without my guy. And I'm like, minimum for me is 6 days.
Yeah, tell me
He's
about that.
okay. So his schedule is 2 on, 2 off, 2 on, 4 off. Then it goes 2 on, 2 off, 2 on, 8 off. Well, he picks up those two in between to make it worth the drive. So he's there 6 on, 4 on, 6 on, 8 off, unless he's picking up additional overtime, which the longest he's been gone has been 23 days.
That's insane.
Yeah, it's hard. And I mean, when we first moved up here, our first winter was gnarly, and we had a tiny little generator and we had 4 solar panels, and our battery storage was 20 deep cell golf cart batteries daisy chained together. This is how the house came. It
Wow.
was a donor from Bakersfield. It was his weekend getaway cabin. And so I remember we got almost 4.5 feet of snow. I got stuck. My neighbors came down to try and help me. The plow came to try and help plow the front of my driveway. The plow got stuck. My generator blew, and I just sat and cried. And I was like, I can't do this. And now I'm like, I'm out there. I'm starting the generator by myself. I'm hauling firewood. I'm feeding all of our farm animals. I'm
Wow.
doing all of this stuff alone
Yeah.
for days at a time. So,
Wow. We actually just got hit with a crazy storm. It's still kind of snowing, but yesterday, I think what we think of crazy was like 2 feet of snow. And
yeah,
it sounds like that's nothing to you.
that's what we just got here.
Yeah.
Yeah. And luckily Dylan was home
Wow.
for this one, and he was out on the tractor plowing our driveway 3 days in a row cuz it just kept dumping and dumping and dumping. And
Crazy.
so yeah, it was pretty wild. It was pretty wild for
Wow.
sure.
Do you ever worry about him being away from you, not just in the safety sake, but as your relationship and your connection to him?
So I will say there's times that he picks up the additional, like beyond the six. And I do pretty good for a while. At the beginning, I was, I had a toxic codependency, very much so from my last relationship is what had developed. And so when he left, I was not okay for a while. And I've slowly like grown as an individual, and I have made it to the point where I'm like, I got this and I'm doing okay. And then towards the end, it'll hit me and I'm like, I'm not okay anymore. Like, I haven't been touched. I haven't been held. I haven't been kissed. I haven't, like stuff like that. And that does start to weigh on me because I know when he gets home, I get that hug and a kiss, but then he's unavailable for 24 hours because he is absolutely zapped.
I mean, imagine working that long straight.
Right,
It's not
right.
human.
He's a machine. He really is. I mean, I am so proud of him and everything that he sacrifices to make our dreams a reality. I mean, there's nothing that I've said that I want that he hasn't made happen for me. And I know that it's because of how hard he works, but it does affect our relationship because I need the connection. I need you to be present for me. And sometimes he doesn't have it in him because he has had such a horrible 6 days or longer, you know?
I
So
bet.
yeah, it does. It weighs on
Yeah.
our relationship at times. Yes.
I can imagine. I mean, I feel similarly sometimes, but to a much lesser degree. Because, like you said, what's 1 day or 2 days compared to 6 or 23? Was it 23 that you said?
23.
23.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
The line fire, the bridge fire, and the airport fire happened. And he does all of the staffing. So when this stuff pops off, he's still responding, but he gets pulled and he sits at the table with like the battalion chiefs and they construct like the strike teams and stuff. So he's helping get all of that stuff organized, and he's up till like 4, 5 o'clock in the morning organizing strike teams of where all these different, departments are heading. So it's pretty wild. So yeah, I mean that was a oof, I did not like that.
I bet. Do they have a limit for how many hours he can work? Like, does he have required rest time?
He does. So if he's gone for like 17 days, there's mandatory 1 day off. So he'll go and he'll stay with his dad down in Rancho Cucamonga for a day to do the reset so he can be there for an additional. So, I mean, he just goes and he sleeps for 24 hours and he hits it again.
Wow.
So,
Wow. He must be,
machine. He's
yeah, a machine. That's a good description. Wow. So tell me what it means to you to be a firewife.
Yeah. So the first thing that comes to me is how proud. I'm just so proud. It's such an honorable position, an honorable career to me because this is a job of selflessness, and I am so proud that I get to be married to one of the good guys, and not saying that, everybody's a good guy or other careers aren't good guys, but like he is the one that's going towards the chaos. And I'm sure you see what I'm saying. Like he's got such a good heart. And I am so proud to be a wife of a first responder. I think it's one of the neatest things that I've got to add to my life resume,
Right.
The other thing is this I love this I love the schedule. And then on the opposite side is one of the worst things about being a firefighter is the schedule. I hate the schedule. So I like it because I get to do my thing. So I schedule a lot of my days at the office when he's at work. I work my butt off while he's gone. So when he's home, that's our weekend because we don't have Saturdays and Sundays like a 9 to 5.
No, weekends don't matter.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's our weekend.
Yeah.
So yeah.
What do you guys do together when he's home?
So that's another fight that it's not really a fight. It's more of a disagreement because when he gets up to the house, this is his reprieve. This is his decompression. He loves being home. He goes out and I mean, the guy, you name it, he can build it. He built our entire shed that has all of our solar batteries and our inverter and all of that stuff. He's in the process of building our livestock guardian a log cabin doghouse with his own porch.
Wow. That's amazing.
Yes. So he loves to go and do stuff like that. So I'm home when he's gone and I'm home when he's home. And so that is a little bit of a problem for me. I tell him, I'm like, I need to go do something fun with you. We need to go do stuff. And he's kind of like, okay. And so we try and make at least a date night where we go out to dinner or, we really love to go see concerts.
Oh,
we haven't
nice.
gone to a concert in a long time, but
yeah. What was the last concert you went to?
Coulter Wall in Vegas we went for Cowboy Christmas.
Wow.
And that was a lot of fun.
That must have been so fun.
Yeah. Oh gosh, it's a blast. If you guys are into that kind of stuff, I mean, Vegas just transforms for Cowboy Christmas. It's phenomenal.
I bet. The only time I've been somewhere for Christmas was we went to Key West in Florida, and it was all Santas everywhere, but it was hot. It's like 80
Oh
degrees
yeah.
and everyone's
Yeah.
Santa. It was very kind of disconcerting. You're like, I'm a little confused. Have you ever visited here?
Yes, I love Boston.
That's great.
It's so cool. It's so cool. So we went out for Dylan's brother's wedding, which his wife is from Gloucester.
Uh-huh.
And so the wedding was in Gloucester, which was
So
like
beautiful.
from a movie.
Hmm.
So beautiful. Yeah, it's so neat out there.
It's so gorgeous, but honestly, it's so crazy expensive around here. It's hard to live. Like, I would love to live on the ocean, but I don't think in a million years we could do that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, you can always try and cut it in California. We've got great taxes and all of that stuff out here too.
Yeah, so I've heard. So you said you have some farm animals. What kind of animals do you have?
Oh my gosh. So we got goats because we have about 3 acres, and I really hate having to go weed eat when the foxtails start to pop up in the spring. So I was like, I'm going to get some goats. And that has been nothing short of a nightmare.
Really? Why?
Yeah. So this fall, we got back from our wedding, and shortly after, Dylan goes back to work, and I wake up in the middle of the night. My livestock guardian dog is losing his mind, and I'm hearing screaming. We had a bear get into the goat pen
Oh
and
my gosh.
attack one of my goats. So I'm out at 3 a.m. with my gun trying to protect my goats. Other goats get out of the pen. They take off. I'm having to find the goats. I had to go and put my goat out of her misery
Oh
by
my
myself,
gosh.
with Patsy Cline. So sad. And then for the next 6 weeks, on and off, we had bears returning. And in the middle of the night, killed another. Dylan was home for that one, had to put another one of my goats down, Merle Haggard. He
Oh
had
my
to be put
goodness.
down. It was a absolute nightmare. My nerves were shot every time the dogs would bark. I would bolt out of bed, grab my gun, go and try. I was out with a rifle on the dirt road, shooting at bears, trying to protect my farm. Yeah, I
That's
never
wild.
saw myself turning into Annie Oakley.
I was just going to ask, growing up in Hawaii, did you ever expect that for yourself?
No,
No.
no. The answer to all of this up here is no. I did not see myself being an off-grid homesteader, doing all of that stuff. I recently got meat rabbits to start breeding so I can start processing my own raw feed.
Oh, wow.
For my dogs. I have Central Asian Shepherd. He's a year and 4 months. He's about 200 pounds. I have a Bernese Mountain Dog. She's about 100 pounds. And then I have a miniature Australian Shepherd. So timber willow and oak. And yeah, so we have meat rabbits, and then I rescued a mama cat and her 5 kittens last year, and so they're my barn cats.
Wow. I saw pictures of your dogs on Instagram. They're beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
They're
they are beautiful.
fun.
Yeah.
They're a pain in the butt sometimes, but yes, they're awesome.
Do you miss the
It's
beach not being near Hawaii anymore? Or near Hawaii, in Hawaii?
yeah. Oh, I do. I miss the community out there. I miss the food. I'm a foodie.
Uh-huh.
I love all types of food, and I think that's the coolest part about being raised in Hawaii was my palate was expanded so broadly as a child that I love all kinds of food, but the food from Hawaii is, oh my God, it's just so good.
Really? I didn't know that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, it's a melting pot. It's a
Mhm.
melting pot of all of the Asian nations. And I mean, they just have some of the best cuisine I've ever had. So
Noted. We actually had planned a trip to Hawaii, but then COVID happened, so we had to cancel it.
oh no.
Yeah, it was one of our anniversaries, and fortunately, for some reason, I had never booked anything refundable before that, but I did because I had just accepted a new job. And then, because
Yes.
before that, like, you never booked refundable. You're like, no, nothing's going to
Yes.
happen. And then
Right.
COVID happened, so we had to cancel, and I got all my money back. It was crazy. I did not expect that, but
I'm so thankful that you got all that money back. Are you guys gonna go try and go back?
I would love to. Absolutely. It's on the list, but now we have two young
Yeah.
kids. And like, if you're going to go from
Yes.
here, it's got to be at least, I mean, even a week is probably not enough. So I don't want to do it while the kids are young because it won't be as fun, I think. Maybe we'll take them when we're older, or I won't feel so bad leaving them for a week and a half, you
Right.
know?
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, I suggest you put it on your bucket list. Maui is better than any of the other islands, I'll tell you
Really?
that much.
Okay.
Yes.
Which island did you grow
Yeah.
up on?
Maui.
Okay. Awesome. Wow, that's
Yeah.
great. But you
Yeah.
visited all of them. Was that easy to kind of get around from one to the other?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I've been to all of the islands. Oahu is just like a miniature LA. I
Mhm.
mean, it's you got the North Shore, you got all of that stuff, which is pretty cool. But Maui just has so much to offer, and it's one of the most beautiful islands, in my opinion.
Wow.
So yeah,
That's great.
yeah.
You mentioned the best part. The worst part is probably the schedule. Anything else that you think of that, you know what, I would do without this if I could?
I would do without the like insane amounts of exhaustion
Mhm.
that really kind of weighs him down because that part I feel like the department steals something from us.
Wow.
It steals the some of the joy and energy from our marriage and our relationship when he comes home and it's not only been physically exhausting and challenging, but it's been mentally challenging and exhausting if he runs a bad call. And what I've learned is really bad calls are with children.
Mhm.
And that's something that he carries with him. And which just shows that he has such a great heart. But I do feel like it's a moment stealer. It's a memory stealer. He's missing birthdays or holidays or stuff like that. We missed our friend's wedding because he actually got forced.
Mhm.
And there's stuff like that I get pretty bummed out about, but I also am very gracious with him about because I know this is what I signed up for. I knew what I was signing up for before I said I do. So I don't get to sit here and have a sob story over all of it because I know that this was part of the deal. Of course, I still feel sorry for myself. I have my own little pity party. I bring my own balloons. It's a party of one. But then I give myself some time to get through it, and then I'm like, okay, you know what? Don't let that ruin the time that we have when he does come home.
Right. Right. That's a
So
great attitude to have about it.
yeah, as the backup support. We are the backup support system. We are supposed to be their peace when they come home. We don't need to compile
Mhm.
all of that chaos as soon as they walk through the door.
Mhm.
Like I know when he comes home, I have his PJs out and I have the sheets washed and turned
Nice.
down for him. I have snacks next to the bed. I have a water next to the bed for
Wow.
him. I get everything ready so that he can come in and he can just be like, I can shut down finally.
I'm home.
I can recover finally. You know what I mean?
Wow, that's really kind. Do you worry about him driving that long distance after such a long shift?
Yes, there's days that he's like, I'm barely keeping my eyes open.
That's scary.
There's mornings he leaves at 3 a.m. in the morning for almost a 3 hour drive to work. So I worry about other people on the road at that time because I mean, he's used to this, but there's other people that are exhausted as well. And that's a long drive on a 2-lane highway with a lot of semis going
Yeah.
back and forth.
Oh,
So
wow.
it's scary.
Very scary. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Now, do you worry about having kids? You mentioned you're starting that journey. Do you worry about being alone with them?
Let me tell you,
Tell me.
I that was something that I was really terrified at the beginning. I've been through so much up on this mountain that I'm like, I can do anything now, but
You're superwoman. It's true.
I feel like it. But so I don't have my mom. I don't have my dad. My aunt is 6 hours away, which is my mom's sister, which has really filled in for my mom. I will say my mother-in-law is an absolute angel. I have a great stepmother-in-law as well that is just kind as can be. But stepmom and father-in-law are in Rancho Cucamonga, which is 3.5 hours away. Mother-in-law retired from the Newport School District and decided to move to Florida to enjoy the rest of her life. And good for her because she deserves it. But I am here alone. I literally, all I have is my tribe of my girlfriends. And again, I'm on the mountain alone. Everybody is minimum of 30 minutes away. To my friends in Bakersfield are an hour and 10 minutes away. So having a newborn on the mountain by myself is going to be one of the biggest adventures I think I'll have in my entire life.
For sure.
Yeah.
Did it make you second guess it at any point?
I have weighed out the pros and cons a million times over in my brain. And what I keep coming down to is he is going to be such a great daddy. He needs to be a daddy.
Mm-hmm.
So that wins. That trumps everything for me.
That's amazing. That goes to show what a good guy he must be. The fact that despite all of what you're going through and what you live through, you still want to do that.
Yeah, no, he is everything that I have prayed for and wished for and manifested my entire life.
That's amazing.
So he's pretty awesome. Yeah.
Wow, that's great. So if you were coming into this, you're new, or you're talking to yourself 3 years ago, what would you tell yourself?
So I did write it down. The first thing that came to my mind was don't take it personal. If they are exhausted, don't take it personal. If they choose overtime, they're not choosing overtime over you. They are programmed to provide. They are programmed, if there's an opportunity to make more money and to set you up better for success. And I don't know about you guys, but overtime pays way better.
Oh yeah. That's why they love it.
Yeah, if they're getting the overtime, let them do it. You know, this is their gift to you to take care of you. Don't keep score. If you're keeping score, you're going to lose. It's not a fair fight. Keeping score.
Amazing advice.
And it's something that I started at the beginning and I was like, why are you doing this? And so I've learned to not keep score. Be his peace, his place to recover and come down from his fight or flight. If you are continuing that energy in the home, they can't fully recover, and that does affect their health overall. They can't constantly be in that fight or flight. That's not it's not fair, it's not healthy, it's not good for them. The relationship isn't 50-50. Sometimes it looks like it's 20-80 or it's 90-10. We have to pick up where the other one needs help. And I know Dylan does that for me. There's times where I'll come home, I'll be working and I'll have 12 clients in a day. I jam pack my days because I drive so far. And I'll come home and he's like, I got you. What do you need? You want me to run you a bath? You know, so he'll go out and he'll feed. There's got to be something to say about a man who takes care of farm animals that he didn't want in the first place.
Oh, so they were your idea.
Always. Always. Didn't your parents tell you you can have as many animals as you want when you get older?
Oh, yeah, they did. They did, actually. And then I got 2 dogs because they never let me have dogs. Wow, I like that. Wow, that's really funny. That's really funny, Ro.
So, and keep each other's hearts safe and have each other's backs. At the end of the day, this is what matters the most. Everybody else can fall to the wayward side. Friends, family, you guys are what matter the most. And you have to take care of each other. You have to be each other's greatest cheerleader for everything. Right. And if you're constantly pouring into each other's cups, your cups will never run dry.
Wow. I feel like we need to do like a seminar for people entering this life, and
Yeah.
talk about some of that stuff. That'd be
Yeah,
really good to
absolutely.
hear, because I feel like setting people up for success is better than going in kind of blind and acting like it's all dandy when
Yes.
there's so much good, but there's a lot of hard stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot of hard, but if you can, you can't prepare for all of it, because some of it is a learn as you go, and it's not always going to be perfect, and you're not always going to
Of
respond
course not.
the best way,
Right.
you know,
We're only human.
and we are. But as long as you can step back and say, I need to evaluate the situation. How could I have done this better? And learn from that and do better next time. That's all that matters.
Right.
And don't hang on to stuff. Don't bring it up in the next fight. Once it's done, it's done. Let
It's
it
done. Put
go.
it away. That's
Yeah.
really good. That's
And
all really good advice.
yeah, so if you ever need a public speaker,
I'll
I'm good
sign
at
you up.
that.
That's great. That's amazing. What would you want to hear? You've heard the first few episodes, which again, thank you for listening. What would you have liked me to ask them? Because, I'm new at this. I don't know what I'm doing. So it would be nice to have some ideas.
You guys really cover a lot. I love hearing everybody's different, we have one thing in common. We have this career that our husbands and our partners have chosen, and we're in it regardless. But everybody's story has a different spin to it. Everybody has different experiences, and I love hearing what they've taken away from it, what they've learned. I love hearing about you guys with kids, because that's really giving me encouragement. You know what? I can do this.
Of course you can.
These women are just magnificent lionesses that take care of the house, take care of the kids, take care of the family. And you guys still have careers, which is incredible that you're juggling all of this and you get to be mom and dad for chunks of the week. And so I do love hearing about how you guys are staying sane through all of it.
I was worried that talking about the kids so much would turn people away, I guess, anybody who doesn't have kids, because I did find it a lot easier before kids, because you do your own thing, and I'm not in the situation you're in where it's 6 days at a time. It's 1 day on, 2 days off, 1 day on, 4 days off, right? So it's a little different. But with that said, it's nice to hear what you're saying, that it doesn't push you away from listening, because this is real life and that's reality. Even if you don't want kids, it's just the way of life.
Right. Yeah. I really feel like that is such a great gift, because these kids they're built different. They're exposed to things that other kids aren't. And I feel like that's where you guys are really doing the Lord's work in raising these children to look at the challenges that this career brings, and makes them understand that it's not the end of the world if dad isn't going to be there, if dad picks up overtime. And they learn to really cherish when dad is around. It's not just this unspoken, just taking for granted dad's always home situation,
Right.
So I think it makes the children a lot more versatile, I guess. That's a really cool gift that they have, even though sometimes it doesn't seem like a gift. Life is going to pose those challenges. Like, things aren't always going to work out. Plans are going to be canceled. We're not going to end up going here because dad got forced. And to just be able to learn how to roll with the punches and not feel like the world is crumbling.
Right. Or even just, dad got forced, but we can still go. Right. It stinks that he can't come, but we're not going to not live and do things.
Life goes on.
Life goes on. Exactly. Right. Any funny stories? Anything you want to share? Anything you want to tell about? I'm sure you have tons.
Oh my gosh. Well, yeah, there's all kinds of stuff. there's been times that I've packed the dogs up and we've driven up to his station to go visit because, everybody else gets to bring their kids.
Yeah.
These are our kids.
Yeah, that's great. I love that.
We've gone up to go visit the guys at the station.
They probably love seeing the dogs too.
Oh, it's fun. It's fun. Cap is hilarious. I was like, are you sure Cap is going to be okay with Willow at that time? Well, Timber doesn't go for rides because he gets car sick.
Oh.
And 200 pounds of puke in the backseat is not fun to clean up.
No, thank you.
So we've done it. It's not good. So Oak and Willow get to go. And I mean, they're just having a great time. And as soon as they come through the door, they immediately go in and see Cap, and Cap's just so stoked to see him. So that's always fun when we get to go visit Dad at the station. And, you guys have talked about, the community and how close you guys are to station, and you guys have all the families that you're connected to, which I think is incredible. That's something that I don't feel that I get to have because we're so far away and it's hard to go visit. I've only met one of the wives, and she's amazing. Trina, that's one of Dylan's partner's wives, and they have 2 little girls, and so we've connected, but they live down in Southern California. So I think that in itself is kind of hard because I do feel disconnected from his work so much. Like, I feel like you guys are so much more involved. Like, you get to swing by the station and see everybody and have a little bit more of a relationship with the guys that are on shift together all the time. So, but yeah, there's been, let me tell you, moving up here was a wild change from my normal day-to-day. And there's been us getting stuck in the snow and having to call for help because Dylan's at station and all of that stuff. But I'm trying to think of like more fun stories of the chaos with the animals is always
I can't believe nonstop. That. Yeah. Bears just wandering around is not a life I would have ever signed up for.
So we initially got these 4 goats, right? And we rushed to get this fence built. We have this huge fenced in area. Dylan built the goat mansion for them out there. And we didn't know what we were doing. And we thought that it was secure. And one thing that you got to know about goats is if there's a way out, they're going to find it.
Really?
And these 4 goats escaped, and they have been loose on the mountain since they escaped.
Oh my gosh.
And we were talking to one of the neighbors that stopped at the end of the drive the other day, and he's like, hey, did you lose some goats at one point? And Dylan was like,
sure did.
I don't even want to admit this. And he's like, I don't know what you're talking about. And he's like, yeah, I saw on the game camera yesterday, this goat ran by, and shortly after, here comes a bear that was chasing this goat. So these goats are out here just trying to survive.
Oh my goodness. These poor goats.
I know. So, but yeah, it's definitely been an adventure moving up here, being on our own, doing all of the upgrades and adding more solar panels. And, we've had some fires in Southern California close to our house. And there was one point that it was right over the ridge from our place, and it was getting closer and closer, and Dylan was at station.
Wow.
And the winds were blowing the opposite direction, and I was standing out on the deck talking to him. And all of a sudden the winds shifted and they started blowing towards the house, and ash was falling on the house. And I said, Dylan, I don't know what to do. And he went and told Cap what was going on. And Cap was like, go home. And it got pretty freaking close to our neighborhood up here, our mountain community. But that was amazing that, they're so gracious that, you're on shift to make sure that the rest of civilization is okay. But when yours is in trouble, they're like, go.
For sure.
And I think that is a testament to this department as well. I mean, it's pretty incredible.
Did you tell him you're doing this podcast?
I did.
What did he say?
He's like, really? How? I said,
Who?
well, I made a new friend.
Yeah,
I started talking to her and I told
that's
her,
great.
this is my schedule of everything. And she's like, you want to get interviewed? I'm like, yeah, let's talk.
Why not? That's amazing. You should tell your story. It's great. And
Yeah.
I'm finding it's interesting. You have a huge Instagram following. You are
Oh,
so put together and you got beautiful hair and makeup and everything. And yet you live off the grid, which in my mind is like we went off the grid, quote unquote, once in Maine, and there was no running water. Like there was a well water, but there was
yeah, we
no,
have our well.
but there was no bathroom running water. It was a porta-john, and it's just not what I knew. I did not know what off the grid meant, so
Girl.
it was not
Yeah.
expected.
Oh, well, shit. Sorry.
That's okay.
When we first moved here, great story. So yes, I'm naturally blonde, but I lighten my hair and I use my purple shampoo, and Dylan's at station, and I hop in the shower to get ready for work, and I'm mid shampoo, purple shampoo, and we run out of power. Now, if you don't know, our well has to have electricity in order to pump water into
Oh,
the house.
geez. So what happened?
So I run out of water. There's no power. I have to stark butt naked run downstairs outside, and we still have the mini generator. So purple shampoo is running down into my eyes. I can
Oh,
barely
no.
see. I'm cranking this generator, trying to get it started so I can get water back into my shower.
Wow.
And at that point, all I could do was cuss at my husband under my breath for moving me to the middle of nowhere where I have to go start a generator so I can finish my shower.
Oh, geez. Well, you make it look easy. It looks like your house is beautiful from what I can see. It looks gorgeous behind you.
Yeah, I mean, it has been my place of peace and healing from, I've been through, we all have our stories. I have been through quite a lot in my 39 years of life, and I've never been in a place where I can just sit and heal. And this is what this place has given me. It's given me a lot of headaches, but it has definitely healed my soul. And I really do. I love it up here, the pine trees. We've got snow right now. During the summer, it's a lot cooler. It's really a little slice of heaven up here.
That's beautiful. I feel like everybody should have that.
So if you need a little mountain getaway in California, by all means.
Don't tell my husband he loves the off the grid stuff. He's the one who brought me there and made me poop in a porta-john.
I love it so much. It's not the beach.
Thank you, but it still looks beautiful. All the pictures I've seen on your Instagram look beautiful.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. It's wonderful, and if you ever find yourself in the area and you need a good facial, by all means.
Thank you. Thank you so much. That's so nice. I'd love to offer you something in return, but I don't have much to offer. But if you're ever around here, I'd love to meet up.
Next time we're out in Boston, we'll
reach
definitely
out.
swing by and say hi to everybody and see the station.
I'd love that. That would be so fun. Yeah. All right. Awesome. This has been lovely. Thank you so much for taking the time.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. And thank you again so much for creating a space for us, because I really think that this is helping me because I'm so far away from our community that Dylan's at. So this is really cool. Also, I will say, to add on to for the newbie advice, Dylan brought home a book for me. I don't know if you've read it, but it's called Fully Involved.
No.
Fully Involved. It's by a firewife who ended up getting her PhD in psychology, I think. And it is a full breakdown of start to finish what is involved in being married to a first responder.
Really? Okay.
It's incredible. Yeah, it was a really great insight for me. It was a lot of stuff that I knew, but I needed to understand a little bit better. So Fully Involved, I highly recommend all of our firewives, even if you've been in it forever, to read, because it's a quick read. It's a good read.
It's kind of nice to know that there's psychology to it, right? It's
There
not you
is.
or your spouse who's crazy or handling things in a weird way. There's
Yeah.
real science behind it.
Right.
Right.
And I have an idea, and you can cut this out if you want to.
Sure.
But I think each time you bring on someone,
Mm-hmm.
they need to list some firewives that need to either listen to the podcast or be on the podcast.
Like a tag you're it kind of thing.
Tag you're it.
Love that.
Yes.
Perfect.
Yeah. Because this honestly will help expand even out this direction, because we're all connected, you
Right.
know.
Tag you're it. Just wondering how we're going to do that. You'll have to tag them on Instagram, I think.
I'm going to.
Amazing.
I'm going to tag them and say that they need to reach out and talk to you, because it's just a domino effect, because, you know, they've got other wives, and because these are all different departments.
Right.
So
right. Wow.
they all are connected to other wives that need to tell their story too.
That would be amazing. Thank you so much for doing that. And I like that.
Yeah.
I'm going to call it the Tag Your It section.
Tag your it.
Love that. Amazing. All right. Well, thank you so much for your time. Good luck with everything.
Thank you so much. And I'm here if you need anything, and
Thank you.
we'll talk soon.
Awesome. All right. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much for listening. I hope you enjoyed being here as much as I did. If you have any questions for me, or if you'd like to be interviewed, please reach out at thefirewivespodcast@gmail.com. You can also follow me on Instagram and Facebook. Tune in next week for the next episode of Firewives.